A mammoth report aimed at a complete overhaul of how Canadian sport handles complaints of harassment, abuse, bullying, and many other kinds of harm has just been released. The Future of Sport in Canada Commission's mandate is massive, and Commissioner Lise Maisonneuve's preliminary findings paint a shocking picture.
Maltreatment in sport, including physical punishment, sexual assault, training while injured, humiliation, intimidation, isolation tactics, failures to provide medical care, discrimination, and exploitation continue to permeate at all levels.
The Commission's mandate covers all sport in Canada, from local amateur sport to national level organizations. In that context, the interim report size, 381 pages, 71 recommendations, makes sense, given how many Canadians participate in sports. But there are common themes: funding that's insufficient, inconsistent, and unbalanced, a lack of leadership, and a governing system so fractured and disconnected that provincial and federal organizations for the same sport might not even agree on how to define abuse.
There's no unified system in Canada, both when it comes to sport delivery, but then also when it comes to complaints and dealing with abuse and maltreatment.
The Commission also found issues with the Abuse-Free Sport Registry, a database of people sanctioned for violating codes of conduct against maltreatment. The database is optional, and some sport organizations keep registries of their own. Parents, athletes, survivors, and many others told the Commission serial abusers could simply jump sports and evade attention. The Commission has recommendations on toughening up this system, but similar recommendations were already made by the House of Commons Heritage Committee in 2024 and not acted on. Amelia Klein was an elite gymnast for 12 years until she left the sport due to abuse from coaches. Now she's an attorney and advocate for survivors. She says while it's validating to have survivors' stories heard in a federal commission, it's on the federal government to take real action.
And we certainly have seen a level of complacency and passing the buck from the government. And so the ball is really going to be in their court.
City News contacted the office of Adam Van Couverden, the Secretary of State for Sport. In a written statement, Van Couverden says the government welcomes the report, commends everyone who took part, and adds, "I remain committed to working with stakeholders across the country to create a safer, more inclusive sports system for all Canadians." In Ottawa, Xiao Li, City News.